That'll work on anybody, right?
Right.
Guy needs to be in a Slim Jim commercial or something. So, up here, I swing under, okay? He's gonna base forward. What are you gonna do, little man? So as we're here, okay, it's gonna be really hard to knee bar a guy this size anyway. Alright? If I swim through and I cut my ankle, heel hook is a good option on a big guy as well. But what I want to show is the details. It's very, very difficult to finish a toe hold if all I have is the grips right. Remember I talked about bringing everything into the middle of the chest? If I have this right, especially on someone with a really long leg, from here, it's going to be tough to get that tap. Yeah, it might be a nice stretch, but it's not really hurting me. So the reason I asked that we move this to the side of the hip, sort of like you would for a heel hook, is because not only does this create more bend in the leg, it allows me to apply a little bit more torque on the foot here, but when the leg is straight, the tightest it can get to my chest is my collarbone. When the leg is bent, the tightest it can get to my chest is my chest. Okay? So I want a little bit of bend. If we're finishing toe holds here, it's like finishing heel hooks here. Kind of not good jiu-jitsu. So ideally, when I have this grip and this comes across, I move my hips side to side so that this stretched skin that we're attacking, this anterior talofibular ligament, long story, that's where we're going after though. So you guys go on Google, get bored. We're here, right? This ligament, the one that I'm attacking, I need to be looking right at it. Can't be up here, can't be over here, shouldn't be out here like a shot put, should be right into my chest. So when I get that bend in the leg, it facilitates that. This really hard to finish. This nice and tight. I don't care how big he is, I'm gonna get my fat 8 days a week from right there. If I need to, I'll switch off my heel hook. But that's why I force the bend. Make sense, everybody? When you're finishing with the knee and the navel, it's tough. You have to take it the same way you would for a heel hook over to this side. I'm gonna have you bring it over to this side. So we can keep it nice and tight to the chest and get a really, really snug finish. Few more toe holds, we're gonna wrap up. Thank you, Jimmy. I make my spin, I make my rotation. As I come underneath, for whatever reason, my opponent's able to base forward, as we mentioned before. And instead of me swimming, as I said, I swim with this arm, and look, I need to cut my hips. So, guys, if we are switching to a heel hook, what I've got to do is as follows. I'm bracing in the back of the knee, and I'm almost Tarzaning again, where look, I lift my hips with my heels, and I move them this way. Still very tight. What happens often is that this leg is straight and I just kind of wiggle my hips sideways. See how his knee is out? And I end up here. I need to make sure if I'm deep for this knee bar, as I swim and transition with this, look, I'm pulling on the back of the knee to make sure I'm still cannonballed and really tight clamping. So that's how I make sure I stay tight with the heel hook. I saw a lot of heel hooks where a little bit at a distance, not the end of the world, just a small adjustment. But if I'm here again and I want to go for the toe hold instead, what I can do is relatively simple. So again, I'm here, I'm going for it. It's not, this initial transition isn't quite working out for me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take, so we're here, I'm going to take this forearm, so the one that would have been grabbed behind the knee, I'm going to bring it behind his ankle. So I'm just going to chop, anchor it to me. Grip at the toes. I can make a little bit of adjustment. I don't need to cut quite as far as I do with the heel hook. And I'm going to fold and make my finish there. If nothing else, hopefully what everybody remembered here is all these leg locks that we're finishing are very much straight to the chest, right? It doesn't seem intuitive. In jiu-jitsu, most submissions are finished right here. This is like the death zone. If I'm here finishing toe holds, like, it's gonna be a really tough ball game. If I'm here finishing heel hooks like this, or finishing Achilles down in my hip, the farther I can get everything up to my chest, the better. This is a heel hook that'll finish by tightness. You know, this is a toe hold that'll finish by tightness. It's all here, right to the sternum, okay? So when I do have this, I have it here in position, again, it's not getting the finish. I'll move my hips just a little bit off axis, chop, bend, and I fold right back in, okay? And I got my toe hold. So we can see, again, this is just a jazz game. He knocks over backwards, he goes forward, he bases this way, his knee's bent, his knee's not bent, pop, 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 pop. You're just adjusting and attacking leg locks. If I can get anything across today, it's really that leg locks is kind of its own game, its own little ocean, but we're exploring little segments of it, okay? So make this other transition, add this one to the arsenal, we'll make sure we get into good reps, we'll wrap up from here, right? 1, 2, 3.